La maudite Davy Show.
I have seen the dark shadows moving in the woods, and I have no doubt that whatever I have resurrected through this book is sure to come calling for me.
David, you look absolutely terrific, honestly. You've got like glue on.
This is where the worst begins. This is where we must stop. For beyond is the work of madness. The nightmare of insane murder and lingering death. Get inside and lock your doors. Close your windows.
Someone is watching you. Someone is waiting for you. Someone wants to scare you to death.
This is Albert from the Tuesday Show. You're listening to the goddamn Dave Hill Show, now on a flipping Monday.
No, you're an angel witch. Witch. Do you think this show, it starts off too slick every week, doesn't it?
That was a little more slick than usual, yeah.
It's pretty slick. I'm feeling good about it. Oh my God. Hello and welcome to the Dave Hill Goodtime Hour. I almost blacked out for a second. It's been a motherfucker of a day, I have to say. For no good reason. But anyway, hello. How is everybody? Boy criminal Chris Gersbeck.
Hi, I'm good.
Chicken Rancher, Dez.
Evening, everyone.
What is that music? Oh, of course I know what music that is. Is that from the hit movie Disco Dancer?
It is. It's because I wanted to get on your case again about actually scheduling this watch party.
Well,
'Cause I have to see.
I emailed with Anuvab Pal today, and he says he's ready.
Okay.
He's ready. He's ready to go. And
I found out you can host Amazon Prime video watch parties on Twitch. Like they connect to each other. So maybe we can do it on there.
Get international that way.
Yeah,
ooh,
totally.
Anuvab is back in Mumbai. I have an update.
Oh, he made it.
He made it. He's back. You guys should listen. When I say you guys, I mean our massive global audience should listen to his podcast, Our Last Week. If you really want to know what he's up to on the regular. It's the biggest podcast in India as far as I'm concerned. It's on Spotify. It's Spotify exclusive.
Oh.
Anyway, Chris, how many times have you seen Disco Dancer, the hit movie?
I mean, I've watched it like start to finish twice all the way through. And then like a bunch of times I've just put it on, have on in the background, like while I'm doing other things.
Just for vibe?
Yeah, like when I'm cleaning or and I mean the soundtrack is like all I've been listening to the past couple of weeks on Spotify.
It's pretty
So, like,
good, right?
Yeah, the thing is,
I don't know the words, but you can't deny that I have some vague notion of the melody.
yeah, it's so good. I mean, I love it was great hearing Anubhav tell us that the Video Killed the Radio Star ripoff was like 100% intentional because it's basically the same song.
Oh yeah, but I forgot to ask him, and this is not an indictment of all musicians in India by any stretch, but I've noticed this many times. I'll go back when you could go to a restaurant, say for example. I would go to, the Indian restaurants in the East Village, and at least once a night a song would come on, and in the chorus I'd be like, wait a minute, that's this other song. I think it's like a thing. That's what I'm suggesting.
Drop it in there.
It's possible. It could be like how like they'll toss like little bits of like jingle bells at the end of every Christmas song.
I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, I feel like I speak for Des. Oh, you mean at the end of the song when they go da da da?
Yes,
Just
like at the end of a song that has
I don't-
no relation to jingle bells, and then you'll just hear like ding 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 ding.
I don't think that's the same thing.
Hmm.
Des, your mic sounds a little quiet. Am I mistaken?
Could be.
Can we get a little more heat?
Hey, how are you? I'll do what I can.
Maybe you just have to talk more directly. I've got
It could be.
just cold balls of steel to be telling anyone how to adjust their sound. Given my complete, before we went live here tonight, I was really struggling on many levels.
Yeah.
Primarily trying to figure out how my microphone and headphones work. And then it turns out I had them.
Needed Des and I to give you like a solid pep talk.
It was a real situation. We have an incredible guest tonight. I'm very excited. He's hilarious. Derek Humphry, co-host of the Bushwick Bears podcast and a firefighter in the Navy in Iraq, which makes me feel inferior to him. I'll just come on and say it.
He'll make
now.
you feel inferior too. Don't worry.
I did, if you got to understand, my starting point feeling about myself is that I'm garbage. So when you pile on someone, an actual other human, who has done something amazing, then I feel like even more garbage.
Yeah.
That said, I'm very excited to have him on the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Despite, my feelings of self-worth will plummet further.
Maybe this will be the time to turn around and you'll be lifted up. Maybe this is it.
Maybe,
Got to keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just seems pretty. I'll ask him. I'm gonna ask the hard questions. Well, not hard questions, but fine. Get the scoop on it and other things. This is what I wanted to say because I'm seeing David Bamundo say his Angel Witch made around $640 in royalties just from explosive industries and assorted sundry D-Hill related properties. Parentheses, asking for a friend, the singer and Angel Witch. I'll tell you one thing is not lately, the past 3 weeks, the day after we do our live stream of this incredible podcast, the Dave Hill Goodtime Hour, easily the biggest podcast I can think of right now. You can't watch the live stream in a lot of not a lot, but 5 countries I can't think of. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Wait, the Dave Hill Goodtime Hour you can't watch?
This show
on YouTube
is blocked by, let's get to the bottom of it. Ooh.
Is it because of the use of Angel Witch?
Yeah, something about Angel Witch makes the internet police come out.
Weird.
And they
got the
but it's in which countries? It's in countries I would wager we don't have a lot of listeners in.
Such as?
I think
we're
Cuba, the Sudan.
Once we do this watch party for Disco Dancer.
I know. I feel like things are really on the precipice of just busting wide open.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker. And we're not just going to be the biggest podcast in Ireland.
Yeah. Which we still are, by the way.
Is that what the stats would indicate?
We have more listeners in Ireland than anywhere else in the world.
Not more than America.
No, per capita, probably.
Per capita. It's wildly... If the three of us were to walk down the street in downtown Dublin, it would be like the Beatles or something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They would flip out. Though it has been suggested to me that there is another reason. What's a VPN? You guys seem knowledgeable.
Yeah, it's a virtual private network.
That's exactly right.
It's basically, I have one. You can, so let's say I wanted to watch a video on YouTube that's only available in India. I could tell my VPN I'm in India, and then I'll be able to access it.
Ooh.
Lie to them. Awesome.
Well, you raise for example, Disco Dancer, I believe you cannot view it on YouTube in North America, but I think you can in India. If I can bring it back to Disco Dancer, the hit movie.
Should we do that watch party on a Monday prior to the show and just come in hot?
Yeah. Or we could do it.
You mean do it before the show?
Right.
And then do the show afterwards?
Right.
That's a lot. That just seems that's a long. I mean, I'm superhuman, but I'm not
right.
That's that's Iditarod energy level. Mm-hmm. You're talking 4 hours.
Sit there.
Oh, I guess during the watching, I don't have to do anything, do I?
Yeah,
I just enjoy an incredible movie.
Chatting on the there's an accompanying message board, I believe.
Yeah.
Wait, when you can, there's a message board while you watch.
Yeah, we could chat. We can all chat, so we can just watch the movie
and make saucy comments.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that outfit.
Mm-hmm.
The song is great.
The whole movie. The thing is, because I've been watching. When I say watching, I mean I fall asleep in front of a lot of. Been falling asleep in front of a lot of Indian movies lately. Because basically, if I start any movie after about 7 o'clock, I'm guaranteed to just fall asleep. Basically. So tonight after the show, I will pick out a classic, and I'll fall asleep. But the movies from that era, from the 70s and 80s, are just nonstop eye candy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to give me some more recommendations because I think I'm all in on 80s Bollywood.
Well, we need to have our friend Shanali Bomik back, because she texted me the other day and I said, oh no, this is what happened. I decided, well, I should definitely find the Disco Dancer Facebook group and I should be a part of that,
Yeah.
pursue my interests on Facebook. So I did, and it said like 2 people are also fans of this page. Shanali was one, and I can't remember who the other one was. So I texted Shanali. I said, hey, couldn't help but notice you like the Disco Dancer fan page. So we got to chatting, and she said, oh yeah, that's like huge movie from my childhood. And her mom, apparently, I don't think she does anymore, but she owned a like a Bollywood and movie and Indian goods store in Nashville. So she's like, her mom was basically the disco dancer queen of Nashville
Conduit.
for many years. I mean, I got to get the specifics of what went on at this store, but but yeah, then she recommended all these other movies to me, and so I'm a busy guy basically watching these movies. But I love the music. I
Yeah.
love.
It's like really good. It's like really actually well written music.
I love I love all the visuals. I love the outfits. I love the interiors of everyone's homes. I'm all in on many, and I love the storylines where literally anything can happen, and it seems like they're writing the whole thing on a deadline. Like this movie has to be done. The script has to be turned in 20 minutes. Whatever comes to mind, that's going in.
Yeah.
I love that. It's
Did you get
so
any
much.
of your Jimmy t-shirts made up yet?
I have not made any Jimmy t-shirts. I have designed one. I've not made them yet. My fantasy is to put them for sale and then have the director of Disco Dancer come find me and confront me about what I've done.
And you can have him on the show.
Yeah, preferably on the show.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope.
Perfect way to get his attention. Savvy.
But I would argue that my shirt is not really violating. It just says Jimmy a couple 2 or 3 times.
And his face.
And there's his face from the movie. That strikes me as maybe an issue.
Maybe a silhouette. There's something he's. I have to see the movie. I wanted to wait and see the movie first time with the group, so I've been holding out. I'm a little in the dark on
No, you need to get on it, sister.
homework.
Oh, there's my song.
Yeah. And then doesn't this guy come back later on in the movie?
Comes back later and talks some sense into full-grown Jimmy,
Yeah.
who has guitar phobia. I was thinking of recording my own version of this song
Oh, you should.
and releasing it.
That'd be sweet.
New direction.
MIA did a song that
Yeah. She did
has she did a cover, or it's just like a sample of it?
It's kind of like both. Like she added lyrics to it, but it's like the same exact music. Like the song sounds exactly the same.
I watched them. There's an MIA documentary that came out a couple years ago, and I watched it over the weekend.
How was it?
Just as a disco dancer completist, wanting to know everything about anyone tangentially associated with the film. It's good. I like MIA quite a bit,
Yeah,
but
me too.
I can't decide whether we would hit it off or not. It was my first question about people that will probably never meet. I take that back. Actually, I was 5 feet from her, like in the last couple of years, but we did not meet. I feel like
Blow it.
didn't. What's that?
You have a chance to meet her and you let it get by, or
It was at the Sundance Film Festival. She must have been there for that movie. It was like 2-3 years ago, and she was there sitting on a couch with some people, and I didn't feel like the vibe was like I should walk over there right now and be like, hey, you're probably wondering who I am. I'm Dave.
probably the right move.
Yeah, so I didn't do it, but well, we have our guest coming up in a few minutes here, but we have a surprise check-in. I don't know if you can see this, Chris, but one Remy Evil Panda from Singapore wanted to say hello, and I know he's like running around. It's in the future there. It's Tuesday morning. Should we say hello to him real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Let's admit him.
And then we have someone else waiting to get on. I have an idea.
Let's
Jimmy's on.
bring our guest.
Oh, Jimmy's on?
Let's put
Go ahead with Remy.
I put Derek in the waiting room for a second. We'll grab him in a second just so we can get Remy.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see you, which is devastating.
Wait. Hang on.
Remy Evil Panda. I combined everything.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey, man.
Wow. Broad daylight.
Remy Evil Panda from Evil Singing Pandas, the Singaporean Thai heavy metal group.
So, guys, I need to just quickly share because my kids are with me right now. I'm currently in the Singapore Changi Airport in this famous vortex rain. Can you imagine this is an airport?
You're indoors at an airport?
Yeah, that's right.
And you're getting sprayed on by stuff?
No. This is the iconic vortex rain as part of the Singapore Changi Airport. It's like a mall, like a forest, like a mall.
That was my guess. A mall, yeah.
So are you inside or you're outside right now?
Inside the airport. This is the airport.
That is indoors where you are right now.
That's right. No kidding. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit closer to have a look at the Christmas decoration.
Oh, wow. They've really gone all out.
That's right. And this is the newest offering from Singapore Changi Airport. Because Singapore Airport is more than just an airport. It's more than just a terminal to board planes. So you have families coming out for, knickknacks for breakfast. You can buy things in the mall while waiting for your flight. And it's just a joy to be in the airport in Singapore.
I love it. So you're going to make a day of it there at the airport? You're not flying anywhere, are you?
The international borders are so close. So no one is coming in or out unless you're on really, really important travels. But you know what? This is the beauty of Singapore Airport in that sense. Because it attracts to both locals when they've got nothing to do over the weekends. You can just say, hey, let's go Jewel and have a look, man. And let's go buy some stuff and have dinner or lunch in the airport and just spend a day right there. Or it could be, hey, we got 2 hours before our flight. Let's go check out the vortex rain. Whoa! Have a look at that. Whoa!
Awesome. So are you getting wet right now?
No, I mean I'm getting little drizzles, but yeah, I'm generally dry. So meanwhile, this is my family, just chilling out with the Christmas decorations.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You're kind of
And,
ruining your heavy metal image by having such a wholesome looking family, I have to say.
I'm still very heavy metal and brutal.
No.
Wow! With milk.
Oh, nice.
Wait, she wants to say hello. You want to say hello? All right. This is Layla.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Layla.
Hello.
She's gone.
She's gone.
So thanks for having
Cherish
me. on
every
the
moment.
show.
What's
Thank
that?
you so much for having me in the show.
Yeah,
I just
thank
want to
you.
show off one of the latest offerings of Singapore Airport called the Vortex train in this establishment called Jewel. So check it out, Google it, Changi Airport Jewel. It's loved by foreigners, it's loved by visitors, it's loved by locals too. So
Jewel, like the Alaskan folk singer?
Nope. Yeah, that's right. Alaskan folk singer Jewel. And yeah, so I'm just so looking forward to have you all in Singapore so I can show this killer great airport to you.
Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be excellent. Wait, so we were just talking about the hit movie Disco Dancer. You've recently converted to the movie as well, right?
Oh man, that movie is dope. So I love it. It's like the opening song just go on and on with the little kid and the dancer just going on and on and on. I watched the part when the kid got slapped by the millionaire.
Yeah, he got slapped. A grown man slapped a child for singing on his front lawn, which
that's terrible.
The kid had it coming.
Well, he stole the guitar. Yeah, he did have it coming.
Well, he said, I don't know that he did steal the guitar though.
No, he didn't. He just got the shit beaten out of him for no reason.
Yeah, that's the starting point of the movie. A 45-minute opening number, and then a grown man hits a child for no reason.
Like I like the song a lot. It's very catchy. It's very very brainwashing. Because I was watching it with my girl. It's like, Daddy, stop it, man. This is so violent for me, right? So I'm gonna watch it at another time for the whole show when all the kiddos are asleep.
You can do it. We're gonna have a Disco Dancer watch party.
Oh, when is that?
We're hatching a plan. You'll be the first to know.
All right, thanks so much, man. Guys, I gotta run, man. The kiddos are waiting for me for breakfast.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Remy. Always a pleasure. You're the Singaporean ambassador of the show. Oh wow, shut down.
Sorry about that. Okay, have a good one. And,
all right.
Listen to Witch Stain. Check them out. My favorite song is Spiking Heaven. And this Witch Stain hoodie, well, I'm going to get one of those soon, okay?
Okay, cool.
Bye, Remy.
Thank you, Remy.
See you, man.
Bye.
Everyone, go listen to Evil Singing Pandas.
Oh, I accidentally almost reported Remy to Zoom.
Good. Good. He's got it coming.
It said, "What did Remy Evil Pandas do?"
What did he do? Yeah. Zoom.
I reported him. Yeah.
Zoom is asking you. Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, I learned how to say "Walau e sibe song." It means I can't remember, something cool. Should we bring our guests on? It's 9:30 on the dot. This show is getting pretty slick, at least in terms of timing and things like that.
Yes.
Let's do it. There he is. Our guest, Derek Humphry.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to get to know who Remy is.
Oh yeah, he brings a lot of heat. There's a whole you just got like an amuse bouche of who he is.
He really portrays the image of being heavy and brutal with those children.
He does. He does. Well, it's sort of like heavy metal. It's sort of like ankle weights, in a way, because he has to work that much harder because he's got the kids. He's out getting breakfast.
Yeah.
And I was talking earlier about Bushwick Bears podcast, and you have a sweet Bushwick Bears podcast logo behind you.
Oh yeah, I have I made an investment in a green piece of cloth, and I was chastised once for not using it properly. So now it's constant promo all the time.
It's well. I like it because that logo is really. I was admiring it earlier. I like bears standing upright.
Right? Yeah. It's the most intimidating position possible.
Yeah. Attack bears.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Do you have is there a whole merch line? If not, there should be.
We're slowly but surely putting it together, you know.
It's been a thing for a while. I mean, it was a stand-up show for a while, right?
Yeah.
The stand-up show forever. Yeah. And unfortunately COVID shut it down. And so alas, we still wanted to like connect with we had like a pretty good fan base. We wanted to connect with people who knew us for the years. So we started doing the podcast thing.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We carry over the same energy from the show, which is just bro time, you know, just a bunch of dumb idiot bears.
Beer cans on your forehead.
I like some nice bro time.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully it'll come back as a live show one of these years. So we'll see. In the meantime, like you, I'm pursuing my interest on Facebook.
Yeah, we always have computers.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's been a proven tool.
It's catching on for sure.
Yeah.
Where are you now? Are you in Bushwick proper?
No, I am in Woodside, Queens, actually.
Ooh, curveball.
Yeah.
Woodside Bears doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. When the show started, it was in Bushwick. And then when it ended, it was at the Stand. Now it's on your iTunes or Spotify apps. Available whenever. But yeah. No, I'm in Woodside. It's great. It's very quiet over this way.
Yeah,
are you in the village? I feel like you strike me as a village guy.
I do live in the village, but I have been hiding out in a tiny town in Ohio for several
That's right, you're
months
Cleveland.
now.
You're Cleveland.
I'm about an hour outside of it.
Okay. I grew up in Toledo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the other side of the lake there.
Or Toledo, or Akron West, as I like to call it.
Even less than Zip.
That's a joke that only works in like the northern half of Ohio.
Right. Yeah.
It's a slam dunk.
Specific. Yeah.
It's
if we were in like a Hooters in Lorain, Ohio, people would be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that would be a Hooters in Lorain, Ohio.
People would carry you out on their shoulders.
Oh my God, yeah. But then I'm trying to imagine the circumstances. What stars would have to align to wind up in a Hooters in Lorain, Ohio?
I mean, that would be a celestial event, really.
That'd be pretty amazing.
I've never been to Hooters. Have you guys been to Hooters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have been, I think, once. I don't know if there is any more. I mean, I know I've been at least once, I should say. And I went for a birthday party. My own birthday party, I should be clear. I don't know why I just made it. Could have been anyone's. It was my own birthday party. But I had just moved to New York, and it was my birthday, and thus the party. And I don't know, somehow it was like 5 o'clock, and we're like, where should we have it? And then someone said Hooters, and I had enough youthful ignorance still left inside me to say, like, let's do it.
Right.
And my only complaint about Hooters that I would say, well, two complaints. and you probably see one of them coming a mile away, is the women at Hooters, they wear these like sausage casings on their legs.
Oh yeah, that spandex thing that's on there.
They wear like really thick. Wait, so Chris and Des, you have not been to Hooters?
I have.
So yeah, they wear like these really thick, shiny.
And it's also it's like a brown hue.
Tone.
Yeah.
It's just a weird. I'm not saying like, oh, they should show us their legs. Like, I'm just saying that it looks whatever it is. It's
so you
strange.
feel ripped off. You feel ripped off by the experience.
They could wear like a baggy sweatpants. That would be fine. But I feel like the weird leggings are jarring to me, and I don't know. They seem medical. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like they seem like there's a condition, and they're like some weird compression garments of some sort.
People in the chat are saying their fried pickles are amazing. Is that true?
Wow. There's.
Ooh.
I wouldn't know. I only get the wings.
Their wings, and this could have been just a night that I was there, but the wings, I didn't think that were that good. You would think that
no.
they would get, let's focus and have good wings at this wing restaurant.
I think the last time I went was in the Navy, and there was like always. I lived in a military town. There's always like a competing market for like who could offer the cheapest, worst deal available to get sailors to come in there, and Hooters sometimes won. They'd be like,
oh
yeah, like 10 wings for $1 plus like a $3 Coors Light or something like that.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I would be on my way.
Yeah.
It seems irresponsible not to be.
Right.
So, well, that's amazing. I don't think I knew until tonight that you were a firefighter in the Navy. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, thank you. It was cool. I said, yeah, like it was amazing. It was,
it was, I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty great. Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's an odd compliment to take, because, I don't know necessarily like how people view that sort of thing nowadays. And then also, I was like, doing a job, and it was a fun job, but it was still, like a job kind of at the end of the day. It's one of those things where like, you don't want to brag about it. Like you like want to hold it over people's heads either.
I would totally hold it over people's
You should play that. I keep telling you got to play the veteran card as much as possible.
I didn't used to until I got pulled over by the cops a couple years ago. When I was in the military, I got pulled over, I would show my military ID, and it got me out of most tickets. But then a couple years ago, I was leaving a show in Bushwick in my wife's car, and her front light was out. I got pulled over, and I happened to have an unpaid open container ticket from a few years before. I got unpaid $25 ticket, and the cops arrested me.
No way.
Yeah, I had a bench warrant for a $25 ticket, and the cops arrested me for it.
Oh,
the cop, it was like a junior cop, and he was like handcuffing me, and he pulled out my my keychain. My dog tags are on my keychain. He's like, "Oh, I wish you would have told me you were a veteran. We wouldn't have to go through this." I'm like, "I wish you didn't have to tell me you're a cop." Like this sucks.
Oh. That's scary, because I have an open container and riding a bike on a sidewalk. I'm going to jail.
Do you really?
If I ever step out of line.
From New York or Ohio?
From New York.
Oh yeah. From how long ago?
Probably like at least 10 years ago.
They might not know. No, that might have passed the statute of limitations. I think you could rob a bank, and then like 7 years later, you're good.
All right, this is good to know.
I only say this because, like, I also don't say I'm ever proud in any sense of myself because I've also been arrested like 3 times on bench warrants now. So it's not like I'm a great person.
Do you mind telling us what you've been arrested for? You don't have to tell us.
Oh, just like dumb things. Like one time I left my car in a park in Ohio, and I left it there past dark. So I never paid the ticket for that, so I got pulled over another time, and they're like, "You have this outstanding warrant. We have to arrest you."
Oh,
so
man.
I got arrested for. I know, yeah. It's just dumb stuff, It's more like crimes of stupidity than it is. I'm too dumb to be a mastermind of any sort. That's for sure.
That's still though. You got a rap though.
I do have a rap.
That's cool. Kristen does it.
Wait, have you guys been arrested, Dave and Des?
Yeah.
I've not been arrested.
No offense, Des. You do give off that vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
He does, right?
Anything down? No, not at all. It's all out there.
Des, you're a musician?
No, not at all. I'm just a friend of Dave's.
You play music?
That's far cry from a musician, though. I mean,
if you play an instrument, you're a musician. It's a done deal.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yes, I'm a musician.
You give off that vibe for sure. That's a good thing. Yeah.
He has a rock look about it.
Try to keep it comfortable up here, That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I give off a vibe of like I'm behind on child support. So like anything north of that, like I'm always envious of.
That's a good vibe though. That's a guy that I want to have wings with.
Hooters.
At Hooters.
Yeah.
Everyone's shitting on the wings at Hooters in the chat right now.
As well they should.
No one likes them. But I thought that was
the
like
real problem's their service.
That's what everyone always says. Oh, their wings are so good. So I would assume that they'd be like,
no, they're bad. They're breaded, I think.
You got to say something's good so that they're not openly talking about the women. So
yeah,
right. Yeah,
I hate when they bread them and then just like put sauce over them.
Yeah, that's breaded wings are bullshit wings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Is that a controversial thing to say? I mean, I'll say it if it is controversial. I'll still say it.
You're planting your flag.
Yeah, I don't mind. No, they're bullshit wings. And I don't know. Maybe I'll take my business to the Tilted Kilt, which I still have. The thing about the tilt. Did you guys know the Tilted Kilt?
You mentioned it like a while ago, but I don't remember anything.
I have wanted to go to the Tilted Kilt ever since I heard about it. It's apparently like a Scottish themed, basically Hooters, but like a Scottish version.
Pretty much.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm in, giving my affinity for Scotland. But then the thing about Hooters, you think, well, they have the owl in the logo, but they're like suggesting it's a place for boobs to check out boobs in some sort of presentation in a t-shirt. I don't know why I act like I don't know how they're presented. But Tilted Kilt is a reference to, I believe, a guy having a boner.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
So
it's revolting, but it makes sense.
It seems weird that they would highlight at a place where the waitresses are attractive and that's what they're trying to sell you, that they would name themselves after a boner.
So the waiters walk around.
No?
Boners in their kilts.
The waitresses, they have young, attractive waitresses who.
Oh, okay.
Right. You're gonna get a boner in your kilt.
You're gonna get a boner while you're there eating wings. So
I was thinking that it was like the opposite of it. Like it was all men. It was all male waiters in kilts, and they all had boners walking around.
Yeah,
I'd rather visit that restaurant.
The one where the guys are just rock hard. They'll just walking around.
I would just be jealous. I'm like, man, you guys really impressed.
They have to take Viagra before each shift, and then like your food's ready because you feel like a poke at your shoulder blades. Like when you turn on the waiters there.
The most impressive waiter can carry his tray on his boner.
See, I would go. I would like to see that.
For sure.
If depends how the wings are, I guess. Wait,
is Toledo, is that Northeast Ohio?
Northwest Ohio.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Ohio.
God damn it, Chris. What a fucking
You really messed up.
The 419.
The 419. That's right. Absolutely.
I thought we could do the Northeast Ohio crime blotter with Derek, but he's from West Ohio.
Well, we could just as easily. I feel like I'm willing to make an exception and look up Toledo. I feel like the Toledo police blotter. I'm pulling it up here.
I read the Toledo police blotter instead of going to the high school reunion. Just
well, I'm gonna say I feel like it's the crimes in Toledo are probably a little hairier than
then what goes probably maybe a little bit more so.
Because it's
that's part of the reason. Yeah, that's part of the reason I left. Was because it wasn't cool.
Yeah, Toledo is sort of like it's like Cleveland without all the glitz.
Without all the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Let's see if I can find.
Actually, I take that back. Toledo has one of the best museums in the world. It's weird. Toledo does the best museum and the best zoo. And those of us, and I always use Cedar Point as a Toledo thing if you're not from Ohio because they'll never know any better.
Oh yeah, Sandusky.
Yeah.
I can't find the
Toledo.
The police the Cleveland, the Toledo blotter. I do hear the crime blotter music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what's on now.
Yeah.
Derek, the crime blotter is we read from America's lesser crimes that just so happen to have taken place in northeastern Ohio.
Oh yeah.
We can give you a taste.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. I have not checked these. Oh, and this is a subscriber exclusive. This is how they get you. I didn't know. I don't believe I'm a subscriber.
Gonna get the whole story?
You are now.
Oh shit! Oh fucking hell!
Paywall bullshit.
They just did a paywall on me. There was a drunk guy in a shopping cart.
Open it in an incognito window. That usually does the trick.
What's an incognito? What? What is that? You guys, this is...
I know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Excuse me. What's an incognito?
It's so you can go on websites and it doesn't track your history or anything.
Chris does a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like real perv behavior, pal.
I mean, I thought that was just the standard, like that everyone knew about incognito. But...
Chris's browser is set to incognito. It's like the default is.
For a second, I thought you said Chris's browsers is set to incognito.
Well, so you can get past paywalls?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because this is don't get me wrong, I'll spend the money if we have to, but they've put the entire Cleveland police blotter behind a paywall.
Bastards.
Yeah. Probably thinking like, well, who are the three guys on Earth who read the Cleveland police blotter? Let's see if we can bilk them for some cash. Well, here we are, guys.
Is it part of a larger newspaper?
It was originally part of the Cleveland Plain Dealer,
yeah,
which has been gutted, and I don't even understand how. It's just this whole The Plain Dealer exists in some form still, and then there's Cleveland.com, which covers Cleveland stuff, but it's like it's like a non-union thing.
Oh, okay.
But and now it's behind a paywall, so we can't find out what happened with two men summoned to court after fighting in pizzeria. I would like to hear about that.
I would like to know.
How much is the subscription?
Man accused of threatening Taco Bell employees. I'd pay upwards of $75 a month for this information. Yeah, the paywall's coming up now.
Weekend delivery included in that?
Please subscribe. No, it says, oh, fucking hell. It's $10 a month or $100 per year. Well, Chris, we have some tough choices to make.
Do you have the corporate credit card?
Yeah, I might have to. Corporate credit card.
I thought you were gonna ask, do you have the $10?
Oh man, I'm enraged.
I can't. Incognito window will solve that trick.
I don't know these things. I don't.
You use Chrome, right?
I do use Chrome.
Just go to where like go to File and then New Incognito window, and then just put that link in.
I don't know if I trust this. Derek, do you trust this? What he's saying?
I do trust this.
File New Incognito window. Okay.
And then
ooh, you've gone incognito. Is this? Am I now on the dark web?
Well, I've never been on the dark web. I don't know
what is the dark web. Derek, do you know what the dark web? You look like a guy who might know what the dark web is. That's not a judgment.
I spend a lot of time on the regular web, which tells me about the dark web, which is, I was looking up the incognito thing, and you can't get through in the incognito, Chris.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. The dark web, it seems like that's where a lot of Nicolas Cage movies take place.
Oh, yeah. Like, what's that movie? 8mm?
Yeah. Or Snake Eyes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Just seedy, like, gross.
Whatever you need, that's where you find it.
Yeah. But then the incognito window, the browser is black. It makes you feel like you're doing something wrong.
Going underground.
I feel like Edward Snowden every time I open up one of those. Like I'm getting ready to expose someone's secret, like in Swordfish.
Oh man.
I'm working for John Travolta.
I've never heard of this until tonight, this incognito window.
Yeah, it's gonna change your life.
Yeah.
Can I just check my email using an incognito window?
Yeah, you can do anything.
And now you won't even know.
I won't even know. I won't even. Someone will be like, "Hey, I emailed you about this." I'm like, I couldn't possibly know. But you wrote back.
That is interesting. Like if somebody requests like a red receipt, but it's in an incognito browser, do they see that you read it?
Oh,
yeah.
Good question.
I feel like this is a question for like Neo.
They see that you read it, but they might not know what machine you read it on.
Yeah, good point.
The incognito keeps that information off of that particular.
Right. You won't save any passwords or anything.
Right.
Can I join like chat on message boards I've been kicked off of and stuff?
Probably, yeah. Not Twitter, but
I would say, yeah. What about Twitter?
No.
Could have got back on Twitter faster.
No, a friend of mine is now saying he feels that he has the connections to get me back on Twitter, get my old account back. Ooh. And he feels like he would be willing to try for me now that Trump is leaving office. Because he said he didn't trust me before. But he's like, now you don't. So
you can get your account back, you just can't antagonize.
He's saying like, if I get it back, do you promise not to antagonize people?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I could do it. Like last week, I was on Instagram and someone posted something that I took umbrage with. And I had a couple drinks, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna say something. And I didn't. I controlled myself, and I was, I'd had a couple drinks, so I thought maybe I can do it.
That's a victory right there.
Yeah. But enough about me and my legal problems. Not legal problems. I want to back it up, Derek. So when you were in, do you mind if we go back and talk about the Navy?
No, let's go for it.
You were in 2005. You did that? Or no, 2000 to 2005.
Yeah, I joined in 2000. October 17th of 2000.
Oh wow.
Excuse me. Is when I signed up, and then actually left a couple days after my birthday, January.
Oh wow.
2001.
So what made you decide to join?
The Toledo Crime Blotter, if you ever look at it.
It's too much.
No, it's just growing up like in a Rust Belt town, I had no idea like how to get out. Like I really wanted to move to Chicago and do like sketch comedy, but I never knew anybody knew how to do that shit. And I wanted to get out of Toledo, and it was like, well, what's the way you get out? When you're like a poor kid with no like connections or anything like that. So I just like joined the Navy. Because I read a lot and I just want to get out and explore the world. And,
that's cool.
So it was like, it was either that or who knows, or get married or start a family, something. I don't know. Like we had our 20-year anniversary for high school not that long ago, and somebody was already a grandma. So it's like that's like kind of like.
Well, yeah, that's what you wanted to get away from.
Yeah. So, so I wanted to get out. I want to see the world. I was like, there's no other way like a kid like me is going to be able to travel and see. I wasn't ingenuitive enough. There are other people who are rapscallion enough to put together to stow away on trains or on boats and stuff like that.
Join the circus or something.
Right. Yeah. But not me. I'm too dumb.
I think you made the best choice. That seems like, a good way to travel. I think that's pretty cool.
It was, like the actual job of being in the Navy was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just sailing. Like being out to sea, and, I got to go through like the Straits of Gibraltar and the Suez Canal, and like one point I saw a geyser in the middle of the ocean with nothing else for hundreds of miles around. You just don't ever see this sort of thing like anywhere else, and like it was just a cool experience. I wouldn't really trade for anything.
That's amazing. What causes that? Just like currents or something?
No, so it was just like the tip of a mountain in the middle of nowhere. And I have a Polaroid camera photo, that I took of it. This is, way before cell phones, and I used to get disposable cameras back then.
Mm-hmm. So. That's wild. And then, so you wound up being a firefighter in the Navy?
Yeah, I tested really high for the ASVAB, but then again, when they're like,
what's the ASVAB?
Oh, that's like the standardized test for the military.
Okay.
It's like
I know. I just wanted you to explain it to Chris.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
No, I didn't know.
And I tested really high, and then they wanted me to see if I could do some high clearance jobs, but I had a police incidents at the time when I was young, so not just the bench warrant stuff, but I've just been a troubled youth. And so, like, we can't really let you around anything, expensive or whatever, but you can, like, fight fires and pick up missiles. So
yeah,
that's what I did.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's less than a year, and then 9/11 happened. And how soon after that did you go to Iraq?
9/11 happened. We were one of my ship was one of the first ships to respond to it in a sense. We were off the coast of Virginia. We went up, and then we were gone for 3 weeks after 9/11 without coming back in or anything. It was like a whole ordeal. We had no idea where we were going to be or anything like that. But then within I think it was another 18 months or something like that, we were on our way over to the Middle East. Was they hadn't really said it yet, but we knew it was coming. So, so it was a pretty brief period of time. And that's actually I was on the very first ship to fire missiles into Baghdad, and that was the time that I knew I was done with the military, because I really didn't agree with it. And for the last the last 18 months I was in, I was basically almost like a conscientious objector to being in at that point, because to be honest, the Navy was fun, and I was really thinking about doing it for 20 years. You can do a lot of cool shit. You can jump out of airplanes, you can go underwater diving, they'll take you around the world and travel. But once we started to just be further involved in a lot of these bullshit wars and everything like that, not that we haven't been before, but it's just getting worse. Everybody hated America. It was becoming less easy to travel, and then also I just didn't believe in that war, so I was not happy being involved with it.
Yeah,
that's why I got out, and that's why I'm a comedian with a green screen behind me. Yeah, in fact, next month, if I'd stayed in next month, I would be retired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that hurts when you look at
How long did you end up ultimately serving altogether?
5 years. Wow. Yeah, 4 of it was voluntary. There was I got extended 9-10 months because I was actually pretty good at my job, and they wanted to keep me around to make sure that they were ready to go back out to sea and stuff. So that's always fun to find out right before you're getting ready to get out. They're we're going to keep you longer than you thought.
Wait, so you wanted you could have left, and then they were no, not so fast.
Yeah, it was just they had operational commitments that they had to fulfill and stuff like that. When you sign up for the military, you actually sign up for 8 years. 4 years of active duty and then 4 years of inactive reserve. And that 4 years of inactive reserve is if anything happens, you're the first. Instead of drafting people, they're just going to bring you back,
Oh.
Yeah. And so they can extend you while you're still in up to 8 years. You can sign up thinking you're doing 4, but if there's a war that goes on, you actually might not get out until 8 years after. And that's, I think, what happened to a lot of Army guys and Marine guys and stuff like that. So those guys I feel especially bad for, but fortunately enough for me, I was essential to my ship, but I wasn't essential to the overall thing. So I was able to negotiate my way out of there eventually. It was by being a little rapscallion.
being pulling pranks on the boat.
Yeah, just being a loudmouth with my opinions, or just being out of order at times.
Can they do anything, or they just get annoyed?
They just get annoyed. And also, I wouldn't push it to the point of disrespect, but I also didn't, if I didn't like something, I also just didn't stop holding it back. So I think at a certain point, by the end of it, they're happy to see me go.
You
get out of here.
Yeah.
Did you get to participate in Fleet Week at any point?
In Boston, yeah. Oh, and Boston, we did. We did Boston. We did the 4th of July after 9/11 in Boston. I didn't pay for a single drink the whole time I was there. Yeah, it was awesome.
Wait,
Went hung out at Harvard. Those kids aren't that smart.
No, that was my safety school.
Right, hell yeah.
Nailed it. But what is Fleet Week is? What is? That's when everyone can cut loose, right? Is that the general idea, or there's more behind it?
Yeah, I only ever participated in one, but it's basically you pull into one of the big cities that you can pull into, and it's a port visit within America, and then people are appreciative of you. They can come check out the ship and stuff like that.
So the thing to do is to wear a uniform the whole time and get free drinks then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how it would go here anymore in New York necessarily. I mean, I've never been around. Even when I was really in the Navy, I wasn't a big debauch guy. So I don't see as much of it around here. I haven't seen
I think it is still pretty big. I mean,
is it?
Not this year, but I remember like anytime I was in Manhattan during Fleet Week, like seeing a ton of people walking around in uniform.
That's probably the thing. I haven't been to Manhattan in forever.
Next Fleet Week.
Next Fleet Week, I'm going to wear my old uniform.
Oh, that was my next question. Do you get to keep the uniforms?
Yeah. Yeah. If I ever want my kid to wear them or something like that. But like, I could never fit into them ever again.
But that's not a bad idea, though. To just be like, throw it on, go grab some free drinks.
Oh, yeah.
People do that. They must.
Oh, they have to. They have to, like, yeah. But I would hate to get called out for that, though.
I know. Could you imagine?
Like, sailor, you're looking a little old and fat there. That's how all your buttons around your little sailor pants don't fit anymore. The only thing I really wear consistently is my pea coat. I still wear that. But outside of that, not too much else.
Well,
a corncob pipe on occasion.
Yeah, can Chris borrow your? What if we just sent Chris out do some recon?
He does look like Shipwreck a little bit from G.I. Joe.
I could see it.
Yeah.
So I'll just walk around and hit on women or.
Yep.
Cut loose.
That's exactly what I want to see you do. Hit on women. I want to see how that goes.
Not be a pretty sight.
Yeah. I'd like to see you hit on a woman for the first time in 10 years?
15.
Hey, what do you think of Baby Yoda?
You asshole. Oh, look what I just got this. My friend Jen Waring made that Christmas ornament.
Ah, cool.
What? Oh, he's wearing a mask?
Baby Yoda with a mask on.
Jen's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I love that.
She has an Etsy shop. Just like you, Dave.
Oh, I know. I and this is not a judgment on your friend, but I feel like just having an Etsy shop, I feel like I'm becoming closer to being like a mother of 3 in Denver. I feel shame having an Etsy shop. Or should I embrace it?
Embrace it.
I don't have anything in the Etsy shop right now. But folks, soon I'll put something in the Etsy shop.
Yeah.
I think what's that?
Oh, isn't Etsy for like making crafts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got into some crafting during the pandemic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I started painting some things. But it's a curse though, because I didn't want to do it because I was like, I don't want to get caught up in the ugliness of Etsy, the mean streets of Etsy, and sure enough, I became consumed by it. And I didn't.
There's a lot of Etsy drama, like amongst Etsy sellers.
Well, I wasn't gonna bring this up, but I have a story for you. As you may have seen, Derek, there's a flea market the next town over, and I just go there and buy random objects and paint shit on them to pass the time. And so there was a guy with a bunch of used baseballs. So I bought their $1 each. I shouldn't say that because people are going to be like, "Oh, it's quite a markup on your painted baseballs." But I don't pass the savings on. I'm putting in the work on that baseball. Plus, everyone knows a baseball is not that expensive.
Right.
Anyway, so I buy some baseball. I bought some baseballs. The baseball man is gone. You go 1 week, you may never see that guy again. So it's not like I have an unlimited supply.
But
Anyway,
do they tour flea markets? Like the baseball guy goes.
you have to assume, right? Just so, but so someone bought a baseball that I had painted, and then they said someone entirely separately from Etsy emailed them saying, "I'm Dave Hill. I see you bought a painted baseball. I've never painted a baseball in my life. Can you please cancel the purchase?"
Is another Dave Hill.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And this woman was saying how upset she was. It all worked. She wasn't like, I'm sure she was getting on with her day just fine. But I assured her, I said, I'm sending you a baseball. Don't worry. But I still don't know who this person is.
So, if I may,
please.
I almost mentioned this to Chris the other day because I knew it couldn't be, but I listened to a sports podcast. They advertised a gambling podcast with a guy named Dave Hill. And I almost texted Chris and said, this can't possibly be. Dave strikes me as a gambler of hearts, not a gambler of money. And so I didn't even bother, but I'm wondering if that guy has a Google alert set up for his name so that every time something like that comes up, so he might be paranoid. He might think he might be like big enough or paranoid enough to wonder like what's being done in my name.
Interesting.
Perhaps.
That seems possible.
A theorem,
That it seems. I mean, that's the best of the many of the. My mind has been racing ever since this. That's been the best. Best
I want to get in on this investigation. I want to track this down.
Well, I feel like you've been in the military.
Yeah,
you've been on the wrong side of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so between those two things, I feel like you probably do have some capacity for police work.
A little detectiveship for sure.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But yeah, so I don't know. Just saying, it's not all. Or Yoda, baby Yoda Christmas ornaments on Etsy. It gets ugly. When did
someone, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
We have someone in the waiting room who's been trying to get on.
Oh, dare we?
Should we? Des, do we have anyone on hold?
You have Jimmy. Speaking of,
we should check in with Jimmy. We haven't talked to Jimmy in a while.
Jimmy, you there?
Yeah. Hey, Des. How you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, Jimmy. You're on with our guest Derek Humphry, and then me, of course,
Dave,
and Chris.
how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, Derek.
Hey, what's up, man?
Pleasure.
What's happening?
Chris, how are you, man?
Good.
I'm hanging in.
You sound great.
Getting ready for Saturnalia, which I really don't do anything during it. It's I don't drink anymore. I don't really gamble. It's just
what is Saturnalia? Does anyone know? I mean, Jimmy, presumably.
A Roman holiday.
Oh.
Classic period is like all through the empire. I think though, actually, through the Republic through the empire.
Is it Star Wars?
No, Italy. I mean, Rome. Italy.
The Roman Empire.
Post Etruscan, if you will.
Sure.
But it starts September 17th and would go on till December 23rd. So it was pretty cool. There was a lot of role reversal, like wealthy Romans would allow their servants or slaves even to run the household or be served, if you will.
For 2 or 3 months straight?
No. December 7 days. December 17th.
Oh, I misheard you.
December 23rd.
Oh, okay. I thought you said September.
So I'm interested in it. I think it's cool. I'm sure people were boxed off their ass too. In addition, that it was in general.
Hey Jimmy, I hate to interrupt you. I know you're in the middle of talking about this, and we're interested, but it drives me. Whenever we have you on the line, as I've told you in the past, you have the voice of an angel, and
You're too
it
kind.
just seems, especially Derek's first time on the show, he's not familiar. You have the voice of an angel, and it seems like just a shame not to at least get a few bars out of you before you continue on with talking about Saturnalia. Is there any chance, I don't mean to derail your story, but if there's any chance you could just give us just a taste of something.
No, cool. And Derek, thank you for your service, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Except for the fact there were no WMDs in there, except that's not your fault. That was the higher ups.
I completely agree with you.
But thank you for it. So, okay, let me just put the phone out a little bit and try to get some acoustics.
Yeah, let it breathe.
Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She mends me. I don't have to speak.
Oh.
Jimmy, did we lose him?
I went to turn up the reverb in it.
Oh, Jimmy, I apologize if you're listening. Give us a call back if you can.
I haven't heard him sing that one yet. That was good.
He has a repertoire. It's a shame. Wow, every time it's something about.
Put together a mix.
The sing. There's something about it. I don't know. We got to get those phone lines fixed.
I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it and you think, the guy's got a gift.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Where was he calling in from?
Here in Jersey.
In Jersey, Kearney. Oh, here we on the Zoom we have
Gary.
Hey. Hello.
Elvira Canaveral.
Very good to see you, folks.
Likewise.
I want to thank Derek not only for his service, but even more for his conscience. It's when we have people in sensitive positions, we need those people asking the questions.
Oh, I thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I once was I was flying down to Comic-Con in San Diego, and the person sitting next to me was somebody working in genetic tracing and genetic identification, and she was offered a job by the then at that time Bush administration to kind of implement that. And she was really questioning the morality of the position and whether or not she should take it. And I told her I'd rather have somebody with those questions in that position than somebody just in that position.
Right. Yeah.
Well, because part of the thing about being a soldier is that they build a new fundamentalism for you. The service is your new Bible, is your new core. It's and with fundamentalism, you're making a book do the thinking for you, and it's outside of yourself. And what we need are the people that are in the situation going, maybe we shouldn't kill all these people. So I want to thank you for that.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It's also one of those things that humor and storytelling helps. For me, going on stage is therapy. Except for this time I get paid, and like therapy, you don't have to worry about the other half of the conversation. So it's very kind of liberating to have that.
That's how my wife feels too.
That's the thing to ask is, like, my wife is very no nonsense karate master dojo style. And I am the opposite. How is your dynamic?
With my wife?
Yeah.
Oh, she calls the shots, and then I just act like I do stuff. My wife, she's great. She has this great thing that she does now, where she tells me that I'm not shit, and
like, as in you're not shit,
as in like
you ain't shit.
As like you ain't shit, like you are like yeah. She's a real firecracker, and And then conversely, also, it's like I wouldn't be shit without her. You know, and no other woman would ever, you know, bother to ever date or marry me. I'm a total fucking loser, you know. And then also conversely, every woman I ever talk to for more than 2 minutes is potentially trying to sleep with me. So it's a real great dynamic that we have going on.
I've learned the power of just acting stupid, because if you act like you don't know what's going on, it's usually true. So you can just you're like, oh, I was just waiting for you to tell me what I should do.
Right. Yeah.
Or you do exactly what they tell you to do, even though you know it may be wrong, but you know, you're following it through like a good core member.
You just do it, and then you know you let them live with the consequences.
Yeah.
Hey, Elvira, I can't help but notice you have that bass ukulele there. It seems like a shame
it's pretty sick. Yeah.
Not get a few bars out of you.
Well, I got my AI backup band, so we'll see what we can get out of you here.
I don't know what happened. What? What? What is going on with? I don't understand this. Seems to be like anytime anything musical happens, the system.
Too much heat. Is that it?
I don't understand it. It's just.
I
think
we might need to switch off of Zoom. I think it's
some of the platforms that you know.
It modulates the.
I apologize, Elvira Canabra, but thank you so much for zooming in. If anyone, we have a few minutes left here. If anyone wants to zoom in. There in the comments section of the YouTube video, the Zoom link is there, or give us a call at 347-474-0260.
Yeah, it's funny. He brought up maybe I brought up the wife thing, but my wife and I actually came to see one of your shows, Dave, when we were dating, when I first moved to New York. And I was trying to get the lay of the land. And you had a show at UCB Chelsea.
Yeah.
What was the name of that show? I'm trying to.
It was called the Dave Hill Explosion.
Yes, thank you. And one time I came and you had Kristen Johnson on, as a guest, and she read a letter from a stalker. And then she singled me out in the crowd and gave me the letter, and in front when my wife and I were dating. And so, I definitely use that to make my wife feel very jealous.
So was it a good? Like when you left, was she into you or mad at you?
Oh, she was. It was both. It was a little mix of both. It was the perfect storm, right? I knew we were gonna get married by that point, anyways. But it was cute for me to show off.
Oh yeah.
That the big goofy giant, was singled out. Believe it or not.
I like that. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Was there a musical guest that night?
You were doing music that night.
I was.
Yeah. It was a real treat.
That seems brazen of me.
You did that show for a while, right?
I did. I did it from the end. I think I started doing it in the end of 2005. No, the end of I started in 2005 at some point, I think, and then I did it till, I don't even know, 2012 or 13 or something.
Something like that, yeah. I moved here in 2012.
Well, you moved there in 2000. Oh,
yeah, I moved here. Yeah, I moved to New York in 2012. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
that probably makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing it, and then I never stopped. I just remember I just stopped booking the shows. I just stopped. I never cancel it. I think I just let it fade into the distance. And now the theater's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. UCB East closed too.
There is no UCB in New York.
There's no UCB in New York anymore.
That's wild.
Yeah, not even the school or the any of the theaters.
Oh, the Hell's
though.
Kitchen one closed too, though, right? Like
Yeah.
it's done, right?
Mhm.
There was a I can't remember what website did something about all the businesses that have closed in New York in 2020, and they like framed it as like because of 2020, but a lot of them were like already closed. But UCB's been closed for a while now, right?
I think well they moved.
It was in trouble beforehand.
Yeah, they like moved
Yeah.
from Chelsea to Hell's Kitchen, and I don't think Hell's Kitchen ever really caught on. And then it used to be East closed, and then they stopped doing courses and everything, which I think is the only way that they make money.
I hope my credits transfer.
Gotta transfer them over to the Magnet or the Pit.
The Pit, yeah.
Neil's on hold real quick.
Who's on hold?
Neil's from our Canadian friend.
Oh, wow. This is the pride of Merrickville. Niels calling in from Canada.
There, Niels.
Yeah. How are you guys?
Hey, Niels.
You hear
Hey,
me?
Niels. You're on with
What's up,
Derek
dude?
Humphrey. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys? We got a good connection?
Crystal.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
think. Maybe.
All right. Yeah, you guys are a little delayed. Anyways, yeah. Hey, Derek, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Oh, awesome. Just freezing my ass off out in the shed, but whatever.
Hell yeah.
Just I had a quick question. Like, so how's your the transition from the Navy into the life of a stand-up? And now you're dealing with this right now. Like, are you're obviously curtailed in your chance to perform? Like, what are you doing to keep busy?
That's a good question.
Oh yeah, that's a great question. A lot of puzzles. Doing a lot of that for sure. A lot of reading on Facebook. That's where I get most of my information nowadays. It's Facebook.
It's a great
Start
resource.
pursuing my interests. No, I've been trying to stay busy. There's been a lot of stuff I neglected to do in my professional career that I finally gotten around to doing now that we have this going on, to make sure I'm not going crazy. So that's been cool. And I do these online shows and some of these rooftop ones and stuff. Did you go outside at all, Dave? Did you do any rooftop shows?
I did. I came out here. I've been in exile since some point in March.
Oh, since like the beginning. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was just got so. There was like a mobile morgue on the corner, so
Yeah, no.
we were like, let's go for a drive.
Right.
And
yeah.
but I did do an outdoor show here in Ohio. I did one outdoor show that was weird.
Dave Chappelle's.
I did Dave Chappelle's show. I wish I did Dave Chappelle's show.
Hit him up.
But I did an outdoor show where it was like behind a bar. It was at an outdoor lounge, and then I was behind the bar, like doing it with them, which I liked actually because it was the first time I'd been around people basically the entire time since I came out here. So I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad there's a huge structure.
Yeah, there's a barrier.
Yeah, and in the event that you didn't want one person to not respect my boundaries.
Right, absolutely.
But it was fun. Did you do a lot of outdoor shows?
Yeah, just around like the stand-up New York ones in the park and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I try to keep myself busy because that's the thing. Like, is like if you're like, I have ADD for one, and then for two, if you're like prone to boredom anyways, or if you're like out to sea for long periods of time, or in COVID and in quarantine, like if you don't keep busy, you will go bananas.
Yeah.
So I usually just and I bother Chris all day.
It's true.
Ask him to validate my jokes.
Or rewrite them.
No, I want him to be good.
Ooh. Ouch.
This is us back and forth all day.
Yeah, this is all we do all day. And talking about, Mandalorian.
Oh, have we? Can't even. Did we talk about Disco Dancer with you, Derek? We didn't mention that, did we?
Oh no, I was listening up top. What is Disco Dancer?
Okay, well, this is your assignment.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Hold on, boys, before you get into it, I'm just going to sign off. These long distance rates are killing me.
Sorry, Niels. We were
Sorry
going
about that, boss.
I'll call you later.
I just wanted to pipe in and keep kicking ass, Derek, and we'll hopefully see you here up in Canada when it all ends, Eric.
Yeah,
I
we
would
should
love to go. Yeah.
Let's go to Merrickville and do a show. We'll do that. I was supposed to do a show in Merrickville.
Hell yeah.
And then it got canceled.
I'm down.
Because of COVID, as I cough. Oh, God. Thank you, Niels.
Derek, you seem like you're my kind of guy, so hopefully we see each other in the future somewhere, man.
I appreciate that. Absolutely, Niels. Thank you so much. Sir.
Oh, yeah. You guys would.
Bye, everybody.
See you, Niels. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. Yeah, you guys would hit it off like a house on fire, or however that saying goes. Have a good. Okay, let's plan on that when the Merrickville show.
What coordinates is Merrickville?
Merrickville is about, I would say, I think 40 minutes to an hour outside of Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
So it's not too bad.
That's known for its brisk winters.
Oh yeah, I've had some wild nights in Merrickville. I have. I met Niels. The way we met, I had a show on WFMU, and he would call in. And then I was writing a book on Canada, so I said, "Hey, let's do the show from your garage, or your." He's not in the same house now. Anyway, and then the romance for the ages.
Great night.
It's been going on ever since.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we should ride off into the live stream podcast sunset because we're past our time.
The next show's coming in.
The next show is coming in.
Oh yeah.
We share a Zoom account with another show. But everyone, well, thank you first of all, Derek Humphry.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And everyone can find you at derekhumphrey.com.
Yeah, or at Hump Derek on all social media.
All the things.
Yeah, at Hump Derek. If you Google Derek Humphry, you'll get to another assisted suicide doctor.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to outplace him on Google.
An assisted. Okay, well,
like a Jack Kevorkian type.
We have our marching orders. Let's make that guy number 2.
Hell yeah! Thank you.
And everyone, listen to Bushwick Bears,
please.
And come back if you can tolerate.
This is a lot of fun. Thanks for
answers.
having me.
Thanks
for not judging me too harshly, Des, on me judging you.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, Chris, I'll call you a loser soon.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, probably in like 5 minutes.
Well, cool. Well, everyone, thanks for those of you watching on the live stream. And thank you to those listening in the futuristic podcast format. If you'd like to support the show, go to MaximumFun.org/join. Should we hit whatever the stop buttons are, Chris?
Yeah,
Put on the action music?